The news that Jeep, one of the most iconic brands under Stellantis, may be facing a potential shutdown is huge. This situation marks a critical turning point for Stellantis and highlights the broader challenges legacy automakers are dealing with in today's competitive and ever-evolving marketplace. This company has been navigating some serious hurdles lately, affecting its ability to keep up with market demands. The inventory situation of this company is becoming critical. Stellantis dealers are sitting on a 77-day supply of vehicles, and while that might not sound like a big deal, it's actually a disaster. Last year, they only had a 59-day supply. That extra 18 days? It's bleeding dealers dry. Every car just sitting there racks up floor plan costs. Basically, every unsold car is like throwing money out the window. And with 3 model years worth of inventory piling up, some dealers are practically drowning in debt. Dealers across the country are feeling the heat. Profits have tanked by 33% compared to last year, and some are teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. So, how are they surviving? They're getting scrappy. Many are shifting their focus to used cars, going back to basics and selling what people can actually afford. Stellantis isn't just buried in unsold cars. They've got a workforce that's furious and ready to blow. So, what happens when the assembly lines grind to a halt? Here's something wild. 98% of UAW members have grievances filed against Stellantis. That's right. Almost every single worker is fed up and prepared to walk out. This isn't some minor dispute. It's a ticking time bomb. So, why are these workers so fired up? A lot of reasons. First, Stellantis hyped up a massive investment in a new battery plant. Sounds promising, right? Except they've been dragging their feet, and workers are over it. And then there's the Dodge Durango drama. Rumor has it, Stellantis is thinking of moving production out of the US. Stellantis is playing with fire by not addressing the rumors about moving production, and it's only making the union angrier. If workers strike, production grinds to a halt, and those unsold cars at dealerships could be the last new Stellantis vehicles for a while. Union President Shawn Fain knows Stellantis is vulnerable, and the UAW is ready to strike while the company's at its weakest, pushing for every concession it can get. Here's where it gets wild. These grievances go beyond money. Workers are accusing Stellantis of breaking big promises from their last contract, like product commitments and investment plans. With 98% of the workforce upset, disaster is on the horizon. Stellantis is struggling to sell cars, and now they might not be able to make them either. Dealerships are already drowning in unsold inventory, and a strike could leave them with nothing new. Meanwhile, CEO Carlos Tavares is talking about cutting costs. But how do you do that when your workers are ready to walk? So, what's the end game? If Stellantis can't resolve things with the union, we could face one of the most damaging strikes in auto history. This isn't just Stellantis' problem. Dealers, customers, and entire communities will be affected. The CEO is playing a risky game of corporate Jenga, one wrong move, and it all comes crashing down. What's his next step? It's anyone's guess, and it has everyone, from workers to Wall Street, on edge. Meet Carlos Tavares, the CEO of Stellantis. He's facing a problem bigger than a monster truck rally. Tavares sees red, not just in the paint jobs, but in the company's financials. He's pushing for quick cost cuts, but how do you trim the fat when there's hardly anything left? He's even considering shutting down underperforming brands, turning it into a real-life game of which car stays and which goes. But this isn't just a game. Real people's jobs are at stake. Stellantis is stirring the pot by offering buyout packages to their white-collar workers. That's right, they're actually paying people to leave. It feels like trying to save a sinking ship by tossing the crew overboard. So, what's his game plan? He's facing potential strikes, dealerships flooded with unsold cars, and a market that's changing faster than he can keep up. Every decision he makes sends ripples through the company. Shut down a brand? Towns could lose their main employer, cut production, suppliers could go under, keep pushing those pricey cars. Dealers might close up shop. Stellantis is definitely in a tough spot. And guess who swoops in with a billion-dollar band-aid? The government. But hold on, if they're getting all this cash, why are layoffs still on the table? Something doesn't add up, leaving everyone, from the factory floor to Wall Street, scratching their heads. The feds are pouring over $1 billion into Stellantis to help them transition to electric vehicles. Sounds great, right? But it might not be enough. Stellantis is still offering buyouts to their office workers. It's like scoring a fat bonus and then asking your coworkers if they want to quit. The boss at Stellantis isn't sugarcoating anything. He says the real issue with electric cars is that people can't afford them. It's like trying to sell a Ferrari to someone looking for a used Honda. The math just doesn't add up. Now, about that $1 billion boost, Stellantis needs it to create new electric vehicles and overhaul their factories. It's a massive undertaking, like renovating an entire house with just a kitchen budget. Even with all that government cash, Stellantis might still lose money short term. They're spending big now, hoping it pays off later. But what if it doesn't? UAW President Shawn Fain says Stellantis is becoming a global case study in corporate mismanagement. Coming from the workers' rep, that's a clear sign that things are serious. So, what's the deal with electric cars? Tavares claims they're the future, but people expect them at regular car prices. It's like wanting to buy a smartphone for a flip phone's price. It just doesn't add up. Stellantis is caught between consumer desires and what they can actually profit from. In the best case scenario, they use that government cash to create affordable electric cars that people want, turning things around. But if they can't make it work, we could see more layoffs or even some brands disappearing. Stellantis isn't just competing with other car makers. They're racing against time. The world is changing fast and they need to keep up. Can they pull it off? That's the $1 billion question. What's happening with Stellantis isn't just about one company. It could reshape the entire car industry. If they can't turn things around, it'll affect everything from the types of cars we drive to their prices. This isn't just about vehicles, it's about jobs and communities. Think about that bustling car dealership down the street that sponsored your kid's Little League team. It might not last much longer. Stellantis dealerships are major employers, and when they struggle, the whole community feels it. Job losses, empty storefronts, and local economies nosediving. And it's not just the dealerships. Consider all the businesses that depend on them. The local diner where salespeople grab lunch, the print shop that makes brochures, and the car wash down the street. When a giant like Stellantis stumbles, it's like pulling a Jenga block from the bottom of the tower. Let's talk about financing. With car prices and interest rates skyrocketing, getting a loan is tougher than ever. Many people are getting turned down, and those with loans are struggling to keep up with payments. Repossessions are on the rise. It's like the American dream is being taken away along with those cars. In summary, Stellantis is in serious trouble. They have a lineup of pricey cars nobody wants, workers ready to strike, and a CEO running out of options. This isn't just a Stellantis issue, it's affecting entire communities. They could face bankruptcy or pull off a miracle turnaround, but either way, the car industry is set for a shakeup with potential job losses, dealership closures, and even some car brands disappearing. As we wrap up our look at the challenges facing Stellantis, it's clear the stakes are high, not just for the company, but for the entire automotive industry and the communities that depend on it. With Jeep's potential shutdown and workers ready to strike, the future is uncertain. Will Stellantis adapt, or will this be a cautionary tale of mismanagement? We want to hear your thoughts. How do you see the future of Stellantis and the car industry? Drop your comments below and let's discuss. If you found this video insightful, smash that like button and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding story. Stay tuned for all the latest developments.